Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Dad Life channel. Today we're going to talk about how to convert a regular bike into a balance bike. Balance bikes have become pretty popular over the past couple of years, and it's a nice way to get your little ones to learn how to pedal with a bike without actually using pedals, because the idea is that they they get the thought or the feeling of how the bike moves as they're able to control it with their feet, and it just really helps them develop balance. So to start, I've got the bike, I've got a towel just to protect my carpet from any grease or anything like that. I've got a size 11/16 wrench and a size 5/8 wrench, Phillips screwdriver, and I've also got a ParkTool CT 3.2. This is a chain tool that I got from a bike shop. And if you want to see my review on this, go ahead and take a look at my YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description to this video. As far as the wrenches go, I don't know if the hex nuts are standard across all bikes or not, but certainly grab a set of wrenches and find the one that fits the best. You can always use a crescent wrench as well if you don't have access to these fixed wrenches. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this screw out to remove the plastic plating. So we've put the plastic plating aside, and now the next step is going to be to take the wheel off. So I'm going to take my 11/16 wrench and I'm going to go ahead and remove the hex nut. Just get it loosened up, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Loosen it up a little bit. Now we have to disconnect the chain from the wheel, and so I'm going to very simply push in the wheel a little bit and remove the chain, and this kind of holds the wheel in place. So I'm actually just going to remove that real quick. That over there, along with my hex nut on the other side, and then the wheel comes off. Perfect. So we'll put the wheel aside, and now you'll notice that the chain runs through this portion of the bike, and so we have to find a way to remove the chain because it runs directly through. So we actually have to remove a link off of the chain in order to get it back in place. So we take our instrument and we find the pin, and we just turn and we turn until it pops through. There, that should do it. And then this should pop right off. There we go. So to put it back on, we just do the exact opposite. So, okay, so there, the chain is removed. So the reason we want to remove the chain is because now we have to remove the crank. So with this side, we want to remove it, and I believe that this is the side that you turn right. Yeah, you turn the opposite direction. So you want to turn, it's not righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, this is righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. So, see how I have to go in the opposite direction as a normal nut. There we go. Okay, so for this next part, I actually went and got a larger crescent wrench. This is an 8-inch crescent wrench, and this is going to be used to take off this portion of the bolt. And so we're actually turning this one to the same direction, right or clockwise. I'm going to go clockwise with this to loosen this nut. So you take the nut off. I like to put it face down so I know which way it goes back on. So I'll put it face down here. Just kind of pulled that off with my fingers. You can use a flathead screwdriver if you want, but I'm going to put that face down as well. And then what you need is your screwdriver. Now you can use a flathead if you want. I'm going to go ahead and use my Phillips because it's on there relatively loosely. And I'm going to start unscrewing this as well. And then this will come off. Again, going the same direction, you're going to go clockwise. And then this is going to go face down as well, right on top. So at this point, now everything's loose. Inside here you'll have your ball bearing. Careful, this is going to be a little bit greasy, which is why I have an extra towel. But this goes kind of underneath all of that, so that's why I put it right on top there. Then what we have to do is pull a crank on it. It looks like it already did it for us. So here's your crank. I would save this for later, but here's what I'm going to do at this point, is I'm just going to put everything on in the order that it came. So I'm just going to put this guy on just like so. Remember, I'm going counterclockwise to put this back on. And then here's my washer. And then here's my hex nut. And that should all fit on there. Oops. That should all fit on there relatively well. And so this is something that you can save for later on, for when your kids kind of grow out of that phase and they start to ride a bike a little bit better. So I just keep this handy for when I'm ready to put this back on. As you'll notice in here, this is a little bit greasy, grimy, so what I do is I just take a rag and kind of clean it out. And then it's ready to go. So now all I need to do is put the wheel back on. And then this just kind of goes right here. So I've got my hex and my nut. Go. And now 11/16, and we just kind of put it back on. And we screw everything back on. Make sure that the wheel spins freely. Everything looks really good. Now with this too, I'm going to go ahead and remove these as well. It's just something a little bit extra. So there you are. Now we have successfully transitioned a regular bike into a balance bike.